and this is one nice looking trophy.
Yeah, it is. So we'll see who is going to be lifting that in a few moments' time. Chalet now potentially bank later if eLevate find their groove, which they weren't far off it on that last map.
No,
we saw that come back and forced overtime, but couldn't quite carry it through to the final round itself. But now we are here. They're going to be defending the kitchen in the trophy room first against this fantastic 5 excellence attack. And once again, Cuckoo bringing out his recruit for defense. Nothing too new from him there, but what do they do to set this up? Aren't running that Tachenka to make a hole between A and B bomb sites from kitchen like we see a lot from console squads.
Yep.
They are, in fact, reinforcing one side of it. Are you going to make the hole in the next side or reinforce that as well? That is a question. Because it's a big deal for defending that trophy room.
Right.
So whether that wall stays open. The other wall that Titan is reinforcing here is key to people firing in through this kitchen window and not being able to slaughter anyone from the outside, and the other way. People firing from this wood doorway into kitchen as well. So I expect to see a couple more reinforcers on that wall as well. But still a lot to do. They have broken these trap doors as well that are on either side. Those are important for quick rotates and flanking plays.
Yep.
What hasn't been broken is this one, though, and I'd like to see that done just because of the lack of mobility it then provides to Thermite if he tries to break those walls open.
Much more difficult for Thermite once that's open.
Yeah, and with the use of these other drop downs, then if they know he's there, it's like, well, you're going to sit there, I'm going to drop down through this one, come up and shoot you in the feet.
Exactly.
So it just gives you another angle,
Such
another point of threat.
Such a fast rotation to just demolish Thermite the second you know he's over there.
So Swaggy Poo has made that hole between A and B, then using his C4. That's got it nicely opened up, and here comes the attacking team. Twitch got really close, but is immediately turned away and comes back up to join BCK. And leave the diffuser with him. Havoc with friends in tow, very quickly inside the actual library, but they've taken down Great underneath them. Fighter picks up that kill with the first and only Roma taken out of eLevate's roster. And there's 2 minutes left on the clock here for eXcellence to make a strong push towards the objective. They have, as you mentioned, played top-down angles a lot recently.
Yep.
And Havoc here, above a lot of players in the dining room, has his breach charges left.
Probably specifically for that reason.
Exactly so. Makes up one hole right above the table, and we'll see Titan just in the corner, but can't quite land the shots. But there's still time. Powerful is now coming to join in the master bedroom. Cautious a little way, but Frost hiding behind these Thermite walls. That trap will be destroyed when the Thermite charge goes off. But Redeemer is downed by a grenade instead anyway. Don't quite know about this, but flashbangs are going in, up and over the corner. Shots coming out, Swaggy Poo trying to trade back and forth with Laxing, but neither of them really landing shots that do too much to count. And as they're trying to get Redeemer up, will he get spotted here? They're going to see him in the corner. Doesn't quite see it in time. Does take Swaggy Poo down, but could have got 2 if he was just a little bit quicker. Still very low Frost, though. Havoc, still that threat from up above. More drones coming in. Cuckoo taken out by Laxing down here in the garage as well. Picked off from outside. Suddenly eLevate now have 2 men left alive. One of them's 50 HP to defend against a 5-man attack with 45 seconds on the clock. Havoc tags the backside of Titan, and now he reveals himself to Laxing in this window as well. Doesn't know where he can sit to be safe, so he sits on top of that trophy cabinet and repositions back into the kitchen. 30 seconds on the clock, and eXcellence have got to start to get inside soon. If they waited too long, they're going to get panicky and sprint into a hail of bullets. They've only got to kill 2. Down goes 1, but they will immediately answer and take Redeemer out. Now it's all on Titan to find 4. They sprint across the gap. He comes out and pushes Ash in the back, but will immediately be answered out by Powerful with the trade. And round number 1 goes to eXcellence again. Chalet starts off heading in their favor.
And not surprisingly, I mean, eLevate just does not have that preparation yet for that top-down play. It's just not something that they've adapted through the Pro League, and it's so evident on this map. And eXcellence is going to use that against them if they can't adapt.
Yeah, they were sitting in some predictable locations and well-known spots. Grenades were taking them out. The trapdoor, the holes in the floor above were already on top of their players, and suddenly they had to reposition into other hails of bullets. And yeah,
right. If they're not comfortable with the top down, they have to play more roamers up top and keep them from making that push.
And well, they had that one roamer who got decimated very, very early on by a quick push into library.
Right.
Had no impact in that round at all. But now it is eXcellence's chance to defend the same location. Kitchen and trophy room is for them. They will begin their setups pretty rapidly as well. There we go. Havoc does break this trapdoor. Laxing, there you go. Demonstrating how hard it is to move around it by the fact that he can't reinforce that wall from the same side now that that trapdoor has been killed. So they do successfully get it done, but it comes from the back. Now, where are they sending the rest of their players? Well, right now, Fighter is upstairs destroying or reinforcing the trapdoors up top. Laxing is there to help him out. Where they end up is a key factor. The other trapdoors are yet to be broken by eXcellence if they plan to do them at all. But they have used that shotgun to blast holes between A and B and give them a sight line into there. And well, we'll be able to use that shortly as the pushes are coming in. Once again, Laxing is spread from his team, but isn't going for these outside peeks yet. He's just hovering around the windows and the doors, and checking what's close by. Great will pick up the first kill onto BCK as he tries to peek out through the trophy room window, but Great shuts him down with speed and grace. Continue to spray through. Cuckoo up at the kitchen window using that shield to give him a sight line in. Doesn't see too many people, but has a little bit of information for him. Great would have seen Powerful's feet there if he just lined himself up a bit better, but chooses not to. Cuckoo will now go in through the basement. Begins
really adamant about that blitz.
Through. Yeah, I mean, he is a fantastic shield. But yeah, still not convinced by Cuckoo's particular play of him.
Right, and especially given how strong of a shooter Cuckoo is for their team, you'd think they would, if they do want to run the shield, run it on maybe one of their weaker gunplay.
Yep. Drills his backside again to the kitchen here, but goes back out through the main lobby, and now will start to smoke off the hallway. Checks behind him, is Laxing peeking outside between him and Redeemer, but doesn't land any of the shots. It's unlike Laxing to miss everything completely.
Yeah, that was a whiff, if I've ever seen one.
Now they know where he is, and he's waiting to see if they're collapsing in on him. They're not going to, but Swaggy Boo's taking down Fighter, and that's why. Now Laxing doesn't need a friend. Powerful will finish off Great as he tries to come in through the window, and it gives him a little bit of time. Still got Havoc here close by as well, but Laxing is still a long way from everyone and has to get back to his team with speed if he wants to help them out at all. These eLevate are putting a lot of pressure on and pushing their way in. Powerful exposes himself to his wall at the back, and down he goes. Titan also takes out Laxing as he tries to rotate around, and into the trap goes the Cuckoo shield. Havoc, now the last man standing, has to find 3 remaining stood-up players. Does put the diffuser down with that one, but exposes his side onto Titan as he pushes through. Down he goes. Round number 2 heads over to eLevate then. And really, they didn't break a sweat. Powerful, why he hadn't moved when this wall blew open, I don't know.
And again, eLevate has to be one of the only teams to adapt to this map on the attack and just walk in. All the other teams started to like this map when the whole top-down became such a big thing to play through the ceilings and stuff, and eLevate could still do it. They could still win the attack rounds, but they just walk right in, which before was what made this map so difficult for people.
Walking right in never really worked before. Well, made sure it still does. So, attempt number 2 at defending this location for eLevate. Got close last time around, but ultimately were picked apart from that top down, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Do destroy the same 2 trapdoors and haven't done this other one outside yet, but they also haven't reinforced the wall yet, so maybe that's their delay. As the barbed wire is spread out around that main lobby before Rook makes his play too. And of course, remember, Great was trying to roam last time. Got picked off really, really quickly. Had no real impact in the game at all. This time he's got to try and stay alive a little bit longer.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser. Attackers
back towards the library again. It's where he was killed previously. This time around, are they going to know anything about it? Laxing spraying through the master bedroom window. Havoc taking a long rotate round. Well, actually, take a super long route.
Yep.
But Great is reinforcing as many walls and doors as possible just to try and be a nuisance and slow anyone down that's trying to check those rooms out, and at least give him a bit of early warning should they make any noise. And then on that top floor, kill holes still being made here by Titan. And Cuckoo by the hot tub has himself a nice little rotator or hole to try and find another angle in. But that has left just Swaggy Poo and Redeemer in and around the actual objective to try and hold it. And that's not a lot of space for 2 people. So we'll see whether or not it plays out for them. Great, starting to head his way down the stairs towards the basement. Cuckoo and Titan haven't really been droned out yet, but they do know there are players in the library. Laxing outside the back of the master bedroom. Lots of shots missing from both players. Laxing was shooting towards Cuckoo, but couldn't land those shots. And now Titan's position been given away by both the drone and the fact that he was shooting and missed so much. He's now trying to find one more. Cuckoo peeks around the corner, goes into Ash's spray. Will go down for his trouble, but trades out 1 for 1. Fighter gets that kill. Fighter, though, still being shot in the side now by Titan, but Titan being camped into him from all sides. But eLevate will send Great up to back him up, and Fighter grabs the kill. Sorry, Fighter goes down to Great before Titan starts to get closed in on. A lot of health missing on this Twitch. She's inside that room next door. Laxing is there too. She will drone her way in and just spot him in the corner, but one zap is not enough to put him down. Laxing is still here. The flashbang is going to go off. And upstairs they begin to push, but Laxing taking a lot of damage as well. He will go down. Twitch, the last man, looking to push straight in onto Titan, but he's just happy to sit in that corner all day. If she gets the kill, it will be a 2v2, but with that amount of health, she's got to make sure these shots count as soon as she sees him. And he has decided he's going to turn tail and run, and I think that's the right call. Gets on out of there without any kind of knowledge of that 4 powerful. He has no idea that he's gone. And now these two, with 40 seconds left, still think there's a rook up on the floor with them and have to get down towards the objective and plant.
And just as looks like they are going to adapt, so they still don't want to deal with the ceilings and floors, so they did send up an extra roamer, and I think that's made a big difference for them so far this round.
So, grenade comes in towards the kitchen right under BCK. He's gonna have to drop straight on down and in there into the smoke, but he also falls right into the shotgun blast of Redeemer. And Powerful, you're gonna have to do the same thing in just a second. 5 seconds on the clock, or you can save your KDA in the AWP and just stay where you are.
Control ego.
Drops down and in, but defenders win round number 3. Timeout victory. And a strong defense from eLevate, spreading out and taking so much time to clear that top floor, and ultimately not clearing that top floor with that fantastic rook play holding tight.
Just using that horizontal gameplay that they know so well and saying, all right, you want to play top down on us? Well, we're just going to not let you. So then we don't have to worry about it. And it works.
Once again, push comes out. And the deal is sealed. eXcellence, they're down 1 round right now, but we've seen before that does not mean it's all over.
No.
As eLevate do switch themselves in, another new attacking operator for them. Not a blitz this time, but we got a buck on Cuckoo. And I'm intrigued to see if they plan to use it the same way we saw Infuse do.
I have a feeling we do. They do. We do. We don't plan to use buck. They do.
Top down, using his shotgun on the floor above to tear holes in and punish the squad below if they can get there and get there alive.
I mean, he got that buff. Most agree it wasn't all he needed. He needs more still to be a real viable operator, but for that one purpose alone of opening the floors, the shotgun works great for that now.
Didn't it not do that before, though?
It's a?
Did it not work the same on the floors before?
It made much smaller holes. Much
Already?
smaller, yeah.
Okay, even at that range. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
So here comes the push on again. Once more, Laxing is out and alone, but again, still no single outdoor peek or attempted spawn kill. Just in a weird location, waiting to catch people by surprise. And Cuckoo running that C8.
Just throwing his ghillie suit on.
Making his way forward. On his robes and ghillie suits.
A bomb has been located.
Making that push on down.
expect the push.
Quick peek in through the kitchen window for Great as he sees that movement, but won't land any shots again. Cuckoo, where are you planning to go? Plan to go in a drone first and checking inside the garage, but Redeemer's drone's already there. Titan will come around and join from this direction, and well, Swaggy Poo is going in and towards upstairs in the master bedroom as Great once again takes Havoc out in through the window of the trophy room. eLevate once again have a great start. Onto the top floor is Swaggy. He will start making holes with these breach charges, and then he has the fuse charges as well. Fuse charge and breach charge, and then anyone that repositions, he should see them. As it is, he doesn't quite have that angle, but he does look at the bottom of the stairs. Anyone that may be coming that way will make make a big hole to give him another angle to fire, and anyone that's trying to close in on him. Well, he's right. Laxing is on that top floor and heading roughly in that direction, but he is playing it very, very patiently. Down below, Fighter, Powerful, and BCK are ultimately completely okay with those charges going off. Somehow, Great gets down as he comes inside and steps into a frost trap. The numbers are back into even state. Upstairs, or rather underneath, Cuckoo is using these frost shotguns, trying to grab the position of BCK right against this wall and take him out. Well, BCK is not against the wall directly, but he's pretty damn close. Cuckoo just can't quite find where he may be. Redeemer into a frost trap means he's around the corner from Powerful, but Powerful will go down to Titan. Titan has the diffuser, and Laxing's going to come up underneath and take down the two players over there. One was down, one was not. Cuckoo doesn't spot it. Laxing stands up.
with an unbelievable play there.
Beautiful little hide in the corner. Takes down those two with a quick flank. Cuckoo, where'd he go? Oh, he's there.
Yeah, that's why Laxing's allowed to play, even though he causes so many disconnect problems, you know? Because at the end of the day, when he is playing, he's playing. He's playing hard. I mean, we have just seen round after round where Laxing is the difference, the absolute key difference.
Once again, 6-2 right out in front. Now, he's leveled the scores out for his team, and we're finally starting to see bottom bomb sites then. Weinzeller Snowmobile Garage for the defending eLevate squad now. How do they plan to set this one up? We've talked about how there's so many different paths and angles you can attack these two bomb sites from, and every team has a different plan of attack on it.
Yep.
So let's see what eXcellence have up their sleeve. And more to the point, what would eLevate have up for defending it, because Great's had varying success with his roam so far.
Yep.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Well,
5 seconds.
every man counts when defending this basement. As small as it may seem, there are a lot of different angles to cover and a lot of different places to watch. And if one man falls down somewhere
very quickly
unexpected,
falls apart.
Yeah, crumbles like a Jenga tower. So, he is going to play around the top floor for a little while, or at least reinforce one final trapdoor that was missed before he heads back down again. Cuckoo holding this back alleyway with that recruit. As Swaggy holds the entrance to the basement from the kitchen stairs. Great, playing in the Laxing style of choosing a weird as hell position.
Yep.
Hoping to catch someone by surprise from there, but with the drones running around, Havoc is being patient inside. Powerful is coming to join him until they know exactly where and what is safe. Down the main stairwell as you go, as Great is forced to reposition by BCK's drone. Still cannot land the shot, so is forced out of the dining room as well. And they begin their push forwards again. Havoc at the top of these stairs from the main lobby to the basement. Could be a very, very dangerous flank here when eXcellence decide to push on in. But he has to make sure Great cannot flank him first, and that he can get rid of all that barbed wire without just being rushed down by the guys underneath him. So BCK's drone once again sees Great in that location. He will then drop down through into the kitchen. Fighter will. BCK's drone still tracking Great's position. Spots him exactly. He will spray straight through the trophy cabinet. Does get it down, but doesn't realize this, and that is perfect drone play. Opens up the wall, realizing that something went well for him. Can't quite find Great's body. Now he sees him, goes in, shuts him down before Havoc gets there, and that's the roamer out of the picture. But they've got a minute left on the clock now to get down inside to A-bomb. Powerful pushing down the back alley. BCK outside the garage door is looking at the idea to blow this open, but isn't sure whether he can get away with it thanks to the bandit that doesn't exist. As Swaggy Poo will C4 out, just missing Fighter sprint across that gap. But he's down by Redeemer anyway in that Super 90. Drop down outside comes Thermite. He's still trying to fight away from Redeemer, but Redeemer holds him out there. 30 seconds on the clock. There's still 3 smoke charges in play. Havoc pushing down from the main entrance. Laxing running across the gap again and gets immediately executed by Swaggy P.
Out for them.
Powerful will take down Cuckoo thanks to the flank, but he's got to get a couple more. Havoc pushing down from the main entrance. Will he find Titan in that back corner? 15 seconds, they got to do something. The diffuser's on the other side of the site. Titan will be spotted and taken out ultimately by Havoc, but now they're pushing into the mini wine cellars. One more down. Redeemer's the last man in the corner. They're going to push the down player. Redeemer's going to be found, and attackers with seconds to spare.
Wow.
eXcellence take the lead again, 3 rounds to 2.
Just, again, their timing, their pacing, not really there, but it was one of those last-minute beautiful sweeps.
Yeah, it was like, all right, we're kind of screwed up here to be low on this low on time, but we're going to go for it, and we're going to come from 3 different angles, and when they did go for it, they all went perfectly together.
Yeah,
everyone through those same doorways at the same time.
It wasn't crap, rush, there's 15 seconds, go when you're ready. It was the 3 of them in perfect
synchronicity.
That's not a word.
Synchronicity is a word.
Synchronization?
Synchronicity is a word.
All right, I believe
Pretty sure, I think.
You're better at English than me.
Completely high right now.
We'll run with synchron. You got it. Perfect syncedness. Right into the void and just decimate the remaining defenders.
So, down
no
into
chance
the
of them
basement
running away. No chance of them running the timer.
Yep.
It was just
nowhere to hide.
Yeah, nowhere to go.
Down into the basement then goes the eXcellence defense. Now that they are back up and into the lead, one more win here will put themselves onto match and map point. eXcellence, remember, 1-0 up, having won that first map.
So they are just 2 rounds away from winning this entire thing. This could be it.
Can they pull it off? They're definitely feeling confident after that last round, winning it in such a fashion. Cuckoo switched off of his buck again and is now back into shield mode. Once more, Laxing's upstairs and he is looking for that early peek. Will he find Great as he comes around this corner? Great just skims behind that tree, pixels away from Laxing's crosshair. And well, Laxing now choosing his interesting spots again on top of this fridge here in the kitchen. Pretty easy one to get to be fair. That is once again looking for their openings. Will find Titan. He, of course, doesn't know it's Titan, but it's him. Outside the trophy room window. And we'll look for following players. He is still in that location thanks to the fact that he is droning inside the trophy room itself while his team are pushing elsewhere and ultimately all droning elsewhere. So once again, eLevate trying to clear out every little angle of the room and the building, but don't have the best of positioning with their drones. No, overlapping a little bit. Now he spotted a second player. This time it is Cuckoo. He may have suspicions about that thanks to the fact that he would have heard the big loud shield clinking and clanking around.
Right.
But the more time they wait outside, the better it is for him. Sees one now, realizes the other has moved, and it is Titan that's run off downstairs towards the garage. Will now be making his push in with Great here to support. So, starting to put some pressure onto this back wall. They haven't got Thermite with them here to try and blow it open, but just using this doorway and Cuckoo to lead the charge, they will give it a shot. It's got a lot of angles coming in from either side, though. Will pre-fire that door, that kill hole. But it's not going to be the case. Powerful taken down by Great inside and behind that A-bomb. Thermite charge is going to go off, and that opens another angle for them to push through as Great sprints across the gap. He's now looking to take out the barbed wire inside and look to pressure onto the mini cellar. Just about dodged the trap as well as Cuckoo comes down and takes Havoc in the side. eXcellence down to 3 players. Laxing still in a weird spread out position as BCK is looking through this tiny little gap. Looks at the backside of Cuckoo but can't quite make the shots count past the shield. Great again pushing forward and Fighter trying to fire it in through these little holes. Will down Cuckoo now. Great though, has done work so far as Laxing flanks around behind and takes down Titan. Now BCK is looking to push forward and take down 2. Laxing with another one. Everyone else is down. The diffuser is on the floor. Only one attacker left standing is Swaggy Poo, and he's miles away from the diffuser itself. eXcellence may not know this, but he is starting to hold the defuse. Now they know his position. They know they can just hold it out. Fighter is still beating away on it. That will be the round, and match point is heading over in eXcellence's favor. 4 rounds to 2 now here on Chalet.
I'm not even entirely sure how or why eLevate collapsed the way they did just there. They had this excellent push going in. They were 2 men up. They had the shield in there, actually doing shield things, taking bullets, drawing a lot of attention, completely keeping eXcellence remaining players just screwed.
once they got in there, they just didn't seem to know where Fighter or BCK were.
Right, they
Everywhere they moved, the
remaining
comms just
players.
didn't seem to spot the locations properly.
Right.
Everyone went, oh, okay, I think he might be there then, and repositioned and got down, and then repositioned and got down. So they weren't clear on their calls of which barrels they were hiding behind,
Right.
which room they were in, and
I
Fighter
think
using different kill holes.
a big and crucial room with a bunch of small playable areas, something like that needs like inter-team type call-outs, you know, B1, B2 for different barrels, things like that, so they can really narrow it down and figure out where the hell the players are, because eLevate should not have lost that round. They had that and then just collapsed completely.
So, eLevate now on the defense for what could be their final round. On the kitchen trophy room selection again. Upstairs goes Cuckoo with the floor reinforces, and he's got support up there as well from Jaeger. Downstairs, the same setups are going through. Redeemer reinforcing the walls for Thermite. Walls being blown open by Swaggy Poo's C4. Down into the basement now, Cuckoo is continuing to reinforce a couple of walls just to give them some more early warnings and slow down the attackers as they come on in.
Or he just wants the points.
Or he just wants
5
the
points for every one of those.
Great upstairs. Now, tried to play this location early on in the very, very first round, but was killed out very quickly. Needs to stay alive a bit longer this time around. BCK's drone just finds him, but is killed pretty rapid. Does reposition well. Havoc from a range is firing into the trophy room. Last time he did that, he picked up a quick kill, but this time it is just the window that falls. Fighter's drone will double check this location after BCK's was killed off, and now he realizes the Great has repositioned, but he is still on that floor, hiding once again in a very odd spot. Same as their last defense. Cuckoo's up here and Titan's up here, and that is what really gave them that round last time eXcellence attacked this location. So they need to be better at cleaning these 3 roamers off this top floor.
But they know that's, yeah, the bombs are downstairs, but that's where the map is. Control that top floor is win or loss.
Titan peeks outside, tries to shoot off the balcony, but doesn't hit too many people. Now Great gets inside and manages to take down Laxing, but will be down for his trouble. Traded out very quickly by Havoc, but Cuckoo gets Havoc back as well, and now the numbers advantage is in the defender's favor. Cuckoo switches to his pistol and just uses it to escape with speed, then comes back upstairs again, because why not? Still got Titan here in support, but gets tagged with a lot of damage from the other side of the map. It is Fighter that is firing those shots off at him. Titan still hiding in the office, will have a grenade coming his way, but ultimately can just shrug it off as it's quite a range from him. Cuckoo down very low, but BCK and Powerful helping out and joining in. Swaggy Poo gets down by BCK as they push in towards the kitchen. Redeemer in their trophy room, hiding behind one wall. Keeping himself quiet, peeks on out now. They're going to hear the footsteps before Powerful dies upstairs to Titan. Titan will now flank around. Redeemer pushing into the dining room. Titan's coming behind him as well as Fighter will get down and eLevate. Even though the diffuser is down, will get a free defuse and take us 4 rounds to 3. And one more closer to yet another overtime. A good timed push though. Frost coming from that direction through from B-bomb in towards the dining room. As Titan leapt over the balcony and started to come from behind them in the main lobby as well. It means even if she hadn't devastated them, they were going to be so focused on her direction that he would have shot them in the back.
Of course.
So, well-timed push by the pair of them. But the plant did go down.
They're not ready to give it up just yet.
One more round then for eLevate will take us to overtime. One more round from eXcellence will win them the trophies and the tournament.
And I think it's some money too.
A little bit of money, but who cares about that? It's just pride.
I mean, again,
Makes them the best team in the world. The trophy's pretty damn cool. They'll have conquered Europe, they'll have conquered North America, and despite finishing second in their Ultimate Pro League run, eXcellence, if they take this round, will be the first Pro League champions ever for Rainbow Six Siege. On to defense they go. Their kitchen and trophy room is their selection. And they begin to do the setup that has worked time and time again for them. Havoc looking for a couple of drones, then we'll make that trapdoor open up. Can't reinforce the wall from that side anymore and has to go around the back. But it has a couple more trapdoors to deal with while the rest of his team organize the rest of the map. Now, Laxing, here is the question. You've pulled off some sick spawn kill shots in the past. Last round you tried it, but no one saw you and you didn't see anyone. Are you going to give it another shot with all of this on the line?
It is not worth it.
Or are you going
his
to back
ability,
up safely?
his timing, his map awareness, his ability to flank is way too crucial for eXcellence for him to be wasting it on a cheeky peek. Just to get that one guy that...
I've not said that all tournament.
I know it, and
All weekend.
I need it, so I'm filling it in for you. But his, I mean, to go for that one player outside, yeah, it's demoralizing, and yes, it gives you the upper hand, but the trade-off is they lose clearly their MVP, who will arguably cut them to pieces later when they forget about him and he disappears off the map somewhere and reappears right behind them.
Yep, so Cuckoo back on Buck then. Used it for that top-down play in this location before. Great will find Redeemer in the kitchen. Titan, Swaggy Poo, and everyone else still journeying around the rest of the house. Cuckoo and Great looking to make a push in through the basement now then, but as you mentioned, Laxing is still looming around somewhere. Takes out Redeemer's drone, but now will immediately check his heartbeat sensor. And to be fair, this is an interesting spot for him to be in because we talked about how he's normally pretty mobile, but yes, no escape. Throws the C4 out and blows it up, but there's no one close. Titan now will be spotted on that heartbeat. Oh no, he's moving around a bit too much. The shots come flying straight over in front of him. He looks to the wrong side, but now looks to the right side and still whiffs it. Laxing goes down, and that's a huge pickup for Titan to do.
That was not the way to play that, Laxing.
No.
Not at all.
Up the stairs he comes with Cuckoo in tow, looking to pressure on these thermite walls now. Pressure from the dining room is coming through, and while one player has been downed, Fighter is trying to trade back as best he can. Up the other end, there's also a couple of down spots, and Havoc is really, really low. Fighter really low as well, and can't really make his mind up if he wants to drop through this hole or not. Fuse charge is coming in. Thermite has been down on the other side of this doorway, but Havoc does not want to peek on out of there. Checking the feet level. Fighter prone and looking straight through and underneath. Will see Titan run across the gap. Will he go for the shot? He does, but loses his life for it. Powerful now having more troubles. BCK still holding that room on his own, but Powerful will take down Great now in towards the main room itself. 4v3 still on the board, 50 seconds on the clock, and eXcellence could take this if they want to. They lose one more, 4v2. Havoc holding A, BCK holding B. The walls have been blown open, and it's just on eLevate now to decide when they want to push on in. Cuckoo's got this buck, which we've used for vertical play before, but haven't really seen him go to the top floor and use it. But when you're 4v2, you can just overwhelm people coming in this direction. BCK is going to see Titan first. They come in through the hole. Sees Titan, can't land the shots, and BCK goes down. Havoc is the last man standing, gets one, can't get the second, and we will move into overtime.
They just can't ever seem to get that last round. They get so close, and then they just choke it up. And eLevate takes complete advantage of it.
We have rounds where there is perfect discipline of, all right, everyone just hold your spots and hold your angles and make those shots count, and they do, but it's never those rounds that really count and bring them through to victory. And into overtime once more we go. So another miniature best of 3 within this map begins. eXcellence on defense down in the kitchen and the trophy room once more. And eLevate still toying and trying to decide what their attack's going to be. This time Cuckoo going far more standard, bringing out that sledge. And they even swap away from the fuse at the last second for Swaggy Poo onto Twitch too. So no more shields, no more bucks. They will just do everything they can to make it work in a standard setup. eXcellence using the same defense again, but once more, this time we need more from Laxing. He died far too easily in that round.
Right, I'm so surprised of his choice to go sit in that little tiny room with no escape, knowing he's going to get droned out. They know he roams. And just not giving himself any option to get out of there.
He has pulled off some amazing flank 3 or 4Ks to save rounds. That time dies first in a horrible spot.
Made rounds that should not have been made.
10 seconds on the clock, and the attack will come out from eLevate now. Once again, Great can be a pretty fast player to get on inside. Laxing this time around, choosing to stay in this spot early on.
Busting out the ghillie.
Waiting. It's great. We'll check the master bedroom windows and then make his way down to join the rest of his team. Can't spray through to here thanks to Castle now being placed in it. Blow it straight open. Tags BCK as he sprints across the gap, but nothing too serious. Cuckoo starts to push in towards the office area. Redeemer from the main front end. Again, Thermite's sole spot, really, for this map. Titan, current top frag there for eLevate. Still journeying around the rest of the map with Swaggy Poo to help him out. Using Swaggy Poo and Cuckoo's drones, check out the master bedroom and allow Great to get straight inside. Redeemer carefully checking out around the corner. Doesn't see Laxing hiding in here. Laxing just sitting on his C4. Drones, I have no idea he's here.
I don't think he saw him.
Don't think they do. Drones will have gone straight past him. Not checking that kind of corner. Jaeger now been picked up on those library stairs. And he pushes straight on down to take Titan out. He tried to be hunted, but Fighter brings out that win. Gives a man advantage again over to eXcellence, but we've seen time and time again that that is not always enough. Redeemer has moved away from the snake in the grass that is Laxing, who is still sitting here with his C4, waiting for the prime opportunity for 3 people or more to expose himself to him. And he might make it work.
Attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
He stepped on him. Laxing gets a knife kill, and then stands up and runs straight down the stairs to kill Swaggy Poo.
Oh, Laxing.
Those are the big plays we were waiting for
last round.
Great manages to take down Fighter after being hunted down, but it's still 4v2. Just
manages to say so
it's
still.
so salt and pepper. Laxing's rounds.
It's
Sits in a bush with C4 out for days, gets a knife kill as Thermite basically stands on his knife.
And just before they even have any idea what happened, just runs down
like,
and kills another.
I can't call out his position because I don't understand what.
Yeah.
Oh crap, he was there and now you've just come
That
down
is
and knifed
one
me.
sharp
And now he's
push.
about to find Great. Oh, beautiful. Even pre-fired Great before he came around that corner. And suddenly Cuckoo's the last man. He picks up Powerful, but he will not get the fight onto Havoc. And eXcellence once again put themselves 1 round away from taking the championship.
That was the defense round they needed last round, and it would have been over.
What was the difference?
Laxing
picks up 3 kills and doesn't get himself cornered.
3 kills.
Now they're on to attack. eLevate into the kitchen trophy once more. eXcellence on attack with their standard Fantastic 5.
They've shown some pretty strong attacks, so this could be it for them. I feel they're more worried about defending than they are attacking.
Definitely true. Much of the same
Depends on how badly eLevate wants to keep this going.
I'm pretty sure they want it pretty bad.
Pretty bad, yeah.
There's
Been here for a long time
pride
today.
and
Long
a lot of
time
money
today
on
after
the line.
a lot of months, a
There
lot
was
of
some
hours.
Big words from Cuckoo at this pre-game interview as well.
Yep.
Confident and wanting to prove everyone they were still #1, same way they finished the season, #1 and #2. But eXcellence, all about ready to flip it on its head and take that #1 spot right where it counts. So, 5 seconds to go, and we will begin what could be our final attack round of this Xbox One Rainbow Six Pro League.
Attackers must locate and defuse the
We'll
bomb.
lead the charge out with let's go with Laxing, why not? Starts off by spraying into the master bedroom. Standard start for him, checking anyone that may be up there or late, reinforcing that top trap door. That's not the case. Fighter has also had a couple of big attack rounds as that man going solo, droning for himself and catching people off guard. Right now, the roaming team from eLevate is Cuckoo and Redeemer. The Redeemer sitting more or less alone in the trophy room, while Swaggy Poo sitting in that kitchen.
However,
Right down on the
interestingly
floor.
enough, despite their success defending the upstairs, they have backed off of it for this round and don't seem to be playing upstairs like they've learned is the best way to combat
Playing the bottom
eXcellence.
floor instead.
Yep.
We'll see whether that works out a little bit better for them or not. Fighter begins to drone in. Laxing still spraying into the master bedroom, and Havoc will go into the hot tub room pretty quickly now that that's all been cleared out and checked for them. Fighter up here too, Powerful up there with them, and well, as you mentioned, the top floor has suddenly been given over to
All right, being down in the
eXcellence
basement
squad.
doesn't help the fact that eXcellence now controls the top and now controls the push down and in to plant the bomb. I'm
So,
sorry, the diffuser.
Couple of holes being blown, thanks to Ash, thanks to Sledge. And where are the Roamers? Here we go. Great looking to come up the library stairs and try and make something happen if he can catch him by surprise. Just misses Havoc around that corner. Goes prone, and we'll see him now. Makes the shot, but will it count? No, it doesn't. Havoc gets away, and Great. He's got to put his tail between his legs and try and get out to
Barely gets
safety.
away. But now they know
health,
he's
but that's
rolling.
enough. Yeah, now they know to watch the backside. Well, Havoc is watching it. Fighter downstairs, Laxing firing down through the floor. Will just miss Titan looking to come up that stairwell too. can see Redeemer's hand. Looks for a couple of shots, gets the down, and shoots Redeemer out.
Ultimately
eXcellence
runs
picking up the
into
first
the
killer
bullets.
round with a minute on the clock. Now they have the man advantage, and they are looking to make this count. Great. Still flanking around behind. Sees Havoc crossover again, but can't land the shots. Laxing gets another one, and that Titan down. Top fragger for it. That squad right now. Once again, Great lets him flank across. He's now looking to put some pressure on. eXcellence is starting to push in towards B. Havoc peeks around the corner and sees Great, makes his shots count. It's 5v2.
Not looking good for
eXcellence are
eLevate.
looking very comfortable here to try and take this final round in the championship. Swaggy Poo down right outside the bomb site, goes into 3. Sticks his face right up their barrels. Down he goes. Cuckoo. Captain has to find 4. Sees 1, takes down BCK through the roof. C4's through the hole and the diffuser has been planted. 3 players left alive. He's going to come down the stairwell. Fighter outside. Laxing holding the dining room and Powerful holding the cross to kitchen. Cuckoo has been spotted now. Laxing's going to see him in the dining room. Pushes him in for the 1v1 and on the reload, Laxing gets him with the pistol.
That's it.
Excellent.
That is
your
it.
Xbox One Rainbow Six Pro League champions for Season 1.
Wow.